Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Man
حفظ
عشر آيات من أول سورة الكهف عصم من فتنة الدجال." Whoever
learns by heart.
10 ayat from the beginning of Surah Al-Kahf is protected from the fitna of Dajjal. So the first 10 ayat in particular will give us a lot of insight about the fitna of Dajjal. So don't ask me a question, do you believe that this revolution is Dajjal and there's no real person Dajjal? I do believe there's a person Dajjal. I do believe that. It's been physically described by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I don't believe that to be figurative. But I do believe the stage for him being set, we have to keep our eyes open. We have to keep our eyes open. Now, Dajjal is one of the greatest signs of what? Day of Judgment. Which means when Dajjal comes, you know, the Day of Judgment is right around the corner. Now tell me, did the Prophet ﷺ tell us to face Dajjal and fight him and go in his face? No. Avoid him as much as you can. As a matter of fact, مَنْ أَدْرَكَهُ مِنْكُمْ فَلْيَقْرَأْ عَلَيْهِ فَوَاتِحَ سُورَةِ الْكَهْفِ. If you run into him, if you happen to stumble upon him, read the first 10 ayat of Surah Al-Kahf on him. Or read the opening of Surah Al-Kahf onto him. He won't be able to get you. In other words, you're not looking for trouble. You are getting away from this overwhelming tyrant. How many ayat did the Prophet say we have to recite? 10. In the 9th ayah, Ashabul Kahf, the story begins, the people of the cave. You would think all the ayat about fitna and the ayat about the world coming to an end, all of that should be enough for the fitna of Dajjal. Allah made the story of the cave part of our protection. The gorgeous connection between the story of the people of the cave and the protection from fitna of Dajjal. Let me tell you just one thing about it. There's 100 things to tell you. One thing I'll tell you and you get your break. And that is that when you get to the 10th ayah, إِذْ أَوَى الْفِتْيَةُ إِلَى الْكَهْفِ فَقَالُوا رَبَّنَا آتِنَا مِن لَدُنْكَ رَحْمَةً وَهَيِّئْ لَنَا مِنْ أَمْرِنَا رَشَدًا. They are turning to the cave and they're saying to Allah, Ya Allah, give us some special rahmah, some special love and care from your behalf and facilitate some kind of guidance for us. Ya Allah, the only one that can be our refuge is you. By the time you get to the 10th ayah, our dua against Dajjal and their dua against their king becomes one. Our problem and their problems merge in one dua. And so when we read the rest of the story of these young men, we no longer think of them as some historical thing. We identify ourselves in their position. Subhanallah.